Hello, viewers. Welcome to another series in our learning on YouTube. This is Economics Made Easy. In our first class in economics, we'll look at we'll introduce it to us. We'll look at the meaning of economics, the basic concept in economics. What does, economics, what is the core? What does it really concern? What does it really has to do with? What is the made up of the subject? So we'll start by, attempting a definition for economics. One of the first things that is highlighted or that's very important that we should have at the back of our mind when we want to define economics is that economics is a topic with a very wide scope because it concerns human behavior. So there is no one perfect definition. There is no one perfect or there is no one major definition for economics. In fact, some textbooks have noted that there are as many definitions to economics as there are textbooks on economics. Some will go as far as saying there are as many definitions to economics as there are people on earth. The reason is simple because economics deals with human beings, their behavior, and behaviors of humans are not static. The way they behave today is different from the way they behave tomorrow. The way humans behave in a particular place, a lot of factors affect human behavior, culture. Given this consideration, economics is, can only be defined from the view of, let's say, the economics concerning. However, this limitation, there is a definition that is considered the most acceptable definition for economics. That was the definition provided by Lionel Robbins in 1932. Professor Lionel Robbins' definition of economics is considered the most accepted definition for economics. There are other notable scholars who have given definition to economics: Adam Smith, A.C. Pigal, Fisher, and a lot of them. But the definition for Robbins, which is what we are going to give in this class, is considered the most acceptable definition for economics. And what is that definition? Robbins defined economics as a science that studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which has alternative uses. I'll take the definition again. Economics is defined as a science that studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which has alternative uses. So this definition by Robbins is considered the most accepted definition for economics. Now, the question is, why is this definition different? What makes it different? What makes it so special from other economics? It's a simple reason. The reason is, unlike all other definitions for economics, this Robbins definition on economics is the most acceptable because the definition can be defined as a best fit. It accommodates almost all the basic concept of economics. First of all, again, it also mentions that economics is a science. It starts by saying economics is a science that studies human behavior as a relation between ends. The word ends there captures a key and a basic concept in economics between ends and scarce means. The second key or the third key term there, scarce means, also captures another core. In fact, both ends and scarce means capture like the entire uh, core of what economics deals with. Then it also went as far as saying that they have alternative uses. So let's look at the key attributes in this definition that makes it the most generally accepted definition for economics. Number one is that it mentions that economics is a science. It is noteworthy to point out that economics is indeed a science. It's a science, although it is a social science. It's not like under other art. It's a social science. It concerns human beings, their behavior, their patterns, their reactions um, to choices in the presence of scarcity. We are going to look at this later on. Then the second key thing in that definition is it mentioned ends. End here means wants. End concerns human wants which in economics we have termed as unlimited. The third key definition is scarce means. Scarce means concerns the resources, the means to which these ends, these wants are met. Then the last thing is that it mentions that these scarce means they have alternative uses. They can be deployed into, employed into several uses. So this definition by Robbins, we can see now from it accommodating this essential core. In fact, scarcity and want are perhaps the scarcity and choice are perhaps the most. All the theories of economics are designed or are based on finding solutions to the problem of scarcity and choice. And we have a definition that has accommodated almost all the basic concepts itself. So we can see this reason makes that definition stands out. It makes it the most. So when we are asked to define economics, perhaps without any reference, the best definition to give is that of Robbins. So next is, what are the basic concepts in economics? For the class, we are going to mention five. The first one is want. The next one is scarcity. The next one is scale of preference. The next one is opportunity, is choice. And the last one is opportunity cost. So I'm going to take them again. The basic concept of in economics. Number one is want. Number two is scarcity. Number three is scale of preference. Number four is choice. And the last one is opportunity cost. So let's take them one after the other briefly. Wants. Wants are desires, human desires. We all have different wants. Some want a car, some want houses, some want food, some want clothes. So these wants in economics, from study of human nature, has been defined that human wants are insatiable. Human wants are unlimited. Our wants are too numerous to count. It might seem to you, to a person or to a layman, that this is all he wants. But meet that want, you realize that he wants another thing. So human wants are unlimited. When you are describing or you are defining want, it is important to mention that human wants are unlimited. They are insatiable. They cannot be completely satisfied. Then also about human wants is that we emphasize the three basic wants of every man, which are food, clothes, and shelter. Food, clothes, and shelter, the three basic wants of man. We need food, we need clothing, and we need a roof over our head. So human wants, the key things here is that what they are unlimited, they are insatiable. And the next one is scarcity. Scarcity are the resources that we use to get these wants. How the man that needs a car, what does he need to have to get this car? That is the scarcity. While human wants are unlimited, scarcity are limited. So scarcity are limited. So that creates a problem. It is upon this that there is need uh, to go into the study of economics. Because there is scarcity, the concept and the study of economics becomes very important. Then the next one is a scale of preference. A man wants to solve or meet certain wants. What does he do? He needs to draw up a list. So a scale of preference is a list of human wants in order of relative importance. If I want a car first, in my scale of preference, car will be number one if that's the most important thing I want, followed by maybe a house, followed by maybe music equipment and whatever. If Mr. B wants a house first, if he wants a car next, that is the order in which he's going to arrange the scale of preference. In order of the most important, the most pressing want will be placed first in the scale of preference. Then the next one is choice. After having a scale of preference, the next thing is to make a choice. You make a choice. Choice means you select the ones that you are satisfying. So choice captures the ones that are being satisfied. So every day we make choices. You leave your house, you have made a choice. It's an economic choice. It's an economic decision. You purchase, you buy a food. You could have bought something else, but you made a choice of out of the numerous other things that you could have purchased. So that is a choice. Then the last one is opportunity cost, which we call the alternative forgone. Now remember that wants are unlimited. We cannot satisfy all of them, but we satisfy some because we make choices every day. Now the numerous other ones that we are unable to satisfy. They are the cost. They are the cost of what we are able to. They are the alternative foregone. We call it the opportunity cost. I had to forego them. It cost me a car to get a house. That means instead of getting a car, I selected, so I forfeited that one. Alternative foregone. So we call it the opportunity cost. They are the sacrifices, or they are the ones, let's put it that way, they are the ones that are left unsatisfied. They are the choices that you did not make to satisfy the limited wants that your resources could accommodate. So that is all in in our introductory class. We learned how to define economics properly, and we have seen the basic concept in economics. For more, subscribe and click the notification bell so you get more of these videos. Thank you.